Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is David at Finish Line Factory, and behind me this is our Project Miata. It's got a built engine, it's got a nice turbo system on it, and it was recently crashed and repaired over at Alltech in Boca Raton. Thanks Aaron, really appreciate the work you did. It's coronavirus, so I can't really, there's no rallies, there's no car meets, there's nothing to do, there's no car events, so the car's just been sitting here in my, in the bay, in the Finish Line Factory warehouse, so got to do what you got to do. So in the meantime, I've been planning out, I got some extra money from the insurance company that I could probably use. It didn't really cost that much to fix. So it actually left me with some money left over for mods. And I was thinking, with this whole virus thing going around and business being a little uncertain, I got a couple $1,000s out of the deal, and I think I might be better off saving that money, instead of spending it on something like coilovers or an upgraded turbo that I definitely shouldn't be spending all kinds of money on. All right. I actually bought the turbo before I even crashed the car. I bought the turbo a while ago, and I had already paid for it. So this was prior to the crash, prior to coronavirus, and I actually only got it like a couple weeks ago. So let's take a look at this thing. All right, so let's talk about this turbo here. So I have here, this is kind of big. This is a Borg-Warner S257 SXE. So it's got a 57 millimeter inducer. Forgot what the exducer is on the turbine, but it has a 63 AR, T3 in, V-band out, and this is something really, really nice. I can't wait to throw this on the car. So this isn't just any S257 SXE. No, because that actually, a standard S257 would actually be huge and way too big for a Miata, right? Like, this is almost the equivalent of, say, a GT 3071R or 76R. Like, it would be massive, right? And the problem would be that it would take a really long time for the car to spool, and that wouldn't be very fun. I originally wanted to go with a GTX 2860R Gen 2 from Garrett, but, my friend over at Bimmer Speed, I think he's actually been featured on the channel before. That one day when we went to PBIR for that, I think the TRC drag racing event, my friend Adrian Hoti from Bimmer Speed recommended this to me. So this is a Borg-Warner S257 SXE that has been modified by Work Turbo. So it's got their own custom bearing system, their own, I don't know, supposedly a custom turbine wheel and all kinds of like really nifty stuff that I don't really know what he does, but supposedly it makes the turbo spool really, really fast and really, really good. And this is a journal bearing turbo that should spool as if it were a ball bearing turbo. And I'll be honest, I'm a little skeptical because this turbo would be great in like a V6 car, but in a small 1.8 liter 4-cylinder, I mean, even if I am revving this thing out to 8,000, like this is a huge ass turbo. Like this is a 600 horsepower turbo. The 2860 that I wanted is a 475 horsepower turbo. So this can flow a lot of air. So I'm really, really curious. However, I would actually already have this on the car now. I would have already made a video putting myself on the car. However, I made a mistake. So I ordered a flange. This is the V-band flange. And it doesn't fit on the flange. I bought the wrong V-band. So this is an AGP turbine housing, and actually I believe it's been black ceramic coated, so it's nice and heat resistant and all that stuff. It helps to keep the heat trapped inside for better spool. However, the problem is that they use their own V-band flange system, and I ordered the standard Garrett V-band from ATP, AGP ATP. So kind of screwed up there, so I have to send this back. I already ordered the correct flange and clamp, so we'll be putting that on the car, but I am really, really excited because a problem that I had was when we put the new engine in, the built engine, lower compression, all that stuff, I was extremely underwhelmed, right? So the reason for that was because it's got the same turbo. So it's flowing the same amount of air, even at 15 PSI, and you're not going to get more power if you're flowing the same amount of air. And because I have an engine that can handle a ton of power, it's kind of like, well, there's no point in having the built engine if you're not also going to have an upgraded turbo, right? It doesn't make sense to have spent thousands of dollars upgrading the engine if it's going to feel exactly the same as if it were stock. And I might as well just, spend $1,000 and just throw another stock VVT engine in and send it, So if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it right. We're going to get a nice turbo for it. Hopefully this will be the one, and I don't have to do all kinds of stuff later on to make it work better. But this at 10 or 15 PSI, I'd say it should make like 300 horsepower. I've been doing the math calculations on spreadsheets, and I'm really, really excited. Now with regards to the car and the bodywork, I've been working on sanding and getting all of this smooth and perfect, so that when I take it to get it wrapped, everything is going to go without a hitch. I'm actually starting to use the car as storage now. Like that's how much of a problem this has become. But pretty soon I'll be able to take the car over to the wrap shop. I've already decided on color, and I'll reveal that once it's wrapped. But yeah, it's no longer going to be black, red, and silver. It's going to be a nice, beautiful color, and you just wait till you see it. Wait till you see it. It's really going to be really nice. All right, so that's all I've got for you today. It's kind of hard to make content when everything's shut down, and there's no car rallies, there's no car events, there's no car meets, there's nothing to do. I can't even go out to a racing event, like everything's shut down. There was a rally that I think happened last Sunday at Diamonds and Donuts, but unfortunately I kind of slept through it because, well, I've been sleeping in a lot. There's nothing to do. Like, we have less business coming in, so I'm going into the warehouse a little bit later than usual, and there's no need for me to get up at like 8, 9 in the morning and get up at 10, 11, 12 in the morning and get all my work done. Usually we might get like 40 or 50 orders in a day. Now we're getting like 10, 20, maybe 30 at the most. But business is starting to pick up. People are getting a little bored of their house. They're getting bored of their shops, and they're ordering parts for their cars, for their customers' cars. And I appreciate the business. I appreciate you guys, ordering from us and keeping us alive, especially during these challenging times. But that's all I've got for you today. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Check out finishlinefactory.com if you need any fittings, hoses, weld bungs, anything that we might sell. We've got everything from dash 4 to dash 20. Some big hose here. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you later. See ya. Bye.